Well, so, I guess a few things first of all. One being is that I can't solve this puzzle for the life of me. I do somewhat understand how it works after getting a hint from my friend who has finished this game, but even with the hint, and even having a vague idea of how I'm supposed to solve this, I couldn't get it. I ended up getting mildly frustrated. But that's okay. It's actually the least of my frustrations because I decided, you know what, there's probably more things we can see and do. I'll just carry on and figure it out later. And then I did that, but of course, something happened and I lost my recording. I either didn't actually press record, or I did something else entirely. Did we ever go up here? I don't remember. Blue feather fell onto the floor. But either way, because I messed up, I ended up having to replay up to this point again. But thankfully that only took me about half an hour, because this game goes by much quicker when you don't read everything out loud. Ooh, spooky. A rope was hanging. I was going to say, can I hang from it? But, like, not from my neck, of course. At least playing today, I'm feeling a lot less disheartened than I was yesterday. Yesterday I was in a very bad mood, so at least I'm feeling more optimistic today. What's up, sad dude? Yeah, you're sad in the rain. Chapter 2, The Bluebird. Hey, what's good? Thank goodness, it looks like a man. Elizabeth thought as she gazed upon him. As if disturbed by the footsteps, a crumpled figure wrinkled his brow and slowly opened his eyes. Gasp, I'm assuming. He suddenly sprang up. He stared fixedly into the distance with bloodshot eyes, a dark flush slowly sufficing the wan pallor of his face. Damn it, what am I doing here? I would ask you the same question, you know, taking a nap in the rain. I mean, like, to each their own, but whatever. The figure abruptly looked at her as she was debating whether or not to speak up. Who are you? This isn't a place for children. Eyes rimmed with sleeplessness stared at her. Although his starched uniform was damp from the rain, he merely brushed at his trousers absent-mindedly and suddenly stood up. Damn it, where is she? Oh, my head. I remember it was in this direction. His excited murmuring stood out in the stark contrast to his pinched face as he patted Elizabeth on the head. Thanks for the pat. Sorry, I'm in a rush. Hurry back home, alright? He ran off without looking back. Well, I'd totally go home, except 1, I kind of am home, and 2, there's no front door. Replaying it, it's weird that I forgot that this was a greenhouse because when you go onto the balcony you can clearly see that it's closed off, but whatever. A total of 9 turns are needed. First to the right. 3 total turns to the left. Turns to the right decrease by 1 each time. Turns to the left are always preceded by multiple turns to the right, with a final left turn. So this puzzle is actually very easy. I figured it out right away. A slot matched what was in the clay hand. Insert it. Yes. So basically you have 9 turns in total with this thing, all varying in left and right. So pretty much what you do... I guess I'll just show it to you. So we're going to turn it right 3 times, and then turn it left. And then go right 2 times, and then go left again. And then go right 1 time, and then left 1 more time. And it's easy. It's like 3, 2, 1, and you pretend that, like, the left is the space in between. At least that's how I thought of it. The hand opened. Something that looked like a bird's wing was placed in the center of the palm. Thanks. It seemed to be a wing taken from the body of a bird. Well, that's kinda... Alright. The road ends here. There's a pond with logs floating in it below. Where's that guy? I want to get over there. But I feel like that partially involves solving that puzzle. Oh. A key. Had it been dropped by that person just now? Get forgotten key. What does it say? A key I've forgotten on the ground labeled hole. Well, alright. It's a little bit vague. But let's go up here first. I wish we could pick this up. I like it. I like feathers though. Before this was empty. Did I look at it before? I don't remember. 5th of May. Dear Diary, I cleaned the room today. There are not many furnishings, but the light is very ideal, and the curtains are my favorite red. I understand now that people keep diaries in order to record or preserve their own lives. It is with this spirit that I continue to converse with this book. I like that way of putting it. And not as if I was merely fulfilling part of the treatment. Everything is so safe and reassuring now, particularly when he gazes into my eyes. So few people are willing to do so. If only this moment could last forever. Marguerite. Hi. With the whoosh, an eye-catching, suspiciously so, patch of color jumped down from the green leaves. It's my favorite person. Maybe not Elizabeth's, but mine. The cat bristled its fur and leapt into the shrubs on the side. What are you doing? It asked as it floated back and forth. It didn't seem to mind that its sleeves were dusting the floor. There was a young man here. I'm looking for him. Have you seen him? Elizabeth asked. Who? The one with the headache? I don't know anything. Why are you looking for him? You should chase him out instead. He barged in after breaking down the door. He's making such a fuss and making such a mess and raising such a fuss. It's better if you stay away from him. Is that so? Elizabeth asked. But I have some things I want to ask him. What? Oh, he's not going to pay any attention to you. No one's going to talk to you here. Except me. You can ask me anything. I'll give you an honest answer. Probably not. No, really. You've just never asked me a question. I suppose not. Alright then, And then we have a few choices here. Where are the triplets? Well, we found 2 of them, and I'm sure the 3rd one's going to show up eventually. Why is there a greenhouse? I mean, like, you know, why not? I like plants. Other people like plants. Why is there no front door? He'll probably be like, what's the front door? So that's a waste of time. So what are you doing, I think, is the best option. At least that's the option I want to pick. Maybe the other ones are actually helpful, but this is what I want to do. Huh? Me? Uh-huh. Oh. The demon craned its neck around and shrugged, as if only discovering now that it was on a tree. Well, let me think. I've come from below, side, and behind you before, but I've never come from the top. I'd suppose. Right? So I decided to give it a try. I see. The demon stopped here, leaving a loud silence in its wake, and suddenly laughed with the pride of accomplishing something great. I should have known better. Elizabeth started to walk away as she reflected upon herself. Are you leaving? It made no move to come down as it drawled out the last word. You could take a break. Even a nap would do, came the voice from behind her. She had no intention of stopping, even for a second. it does seem weird that, like... Well, it could come off as weird that Elizabeth wants absolutely nothing to do with anybody. But it's like the demon said at the beginning, that if she feels, like, nostalgic about anything for a moment, she'll instantly lose. Which would probably include, like, taking a comfortable nap in the greenhouse, even though it's raining. Maybe under the tree is okay. So we're just going to go to the next destination. Although I'm not really sure what's going to happen from there. I'm gonna have to find out. Oh, the other thing that made me a little bit happy was, one, I got bit by way less mice, which was good, so I saved on chocolate and matches. And I actually avoided the head the first time. I tried to move out of the way, and it totally let me, so that was good. Oh, can we get the cat again? I like my cat. Yes, hello. Come with me. Let's see. Yes, bloody footprints. Let's just chop this out. Yes. Alright, so I will stop it here, and I will see you guys next time, and then we will go into the hole and see what's down there, even though it's spooky. Alright, see you guys later.